Welcome to a special episode of Listen to Black Women, the show that tells you what Black women are thinking and why we're right. This season has been filled with some pretty awesome topics, some light and others kind of heavy. One of our deeper subjects that's been a hot topic is toxic masculinity.
Oh my God. Please carry on. Please tell me about the evil man y'all can't stand. But fuck though.
And this season, we went there. In our episode, Are We Experiencing a Crisis of Toxic Masculinity? We didn't just define what it is. Our host spoke on the impact it's having on Black women and culture.
This statistic kind of hurt me the most with, do men in today's society protect women? With 77% of us saying no. And even though I feel that way, my girls feel that way, it still is, it's hard to hear that we're out here feeling really alone and that we have to.
Okay, so I get so tired of this protection bullshit. And what do they want? What type of protection are you asking for? You get like with Dr. T. Hassan Johnson's breakdown of proxy violence, you get the protection that you want. May not be right, may not be wrong, but you get the response 9 times out of 10. See, what Black women like to do is they like to kind of create this composite belief that nobody fights for them, nobody does anything for them. And honestly, in my personal opinion, I don't think Black women deserve protection. They certainly don't get no protection from me. Because majority of the times when it comes to scuffles and situations that features Black women doing whatever, 9 times out of 10, that situation could have easily been avoided. Hey, stop yelling. Cool off. Separate yourself. A lot of these violent incidences where Black women are bitching and moaning about protection is usually their own fault in a situation and a problem that they created. See, what Black women like to do, especially educated Black women, who, you know, these girls you can kind of tell that they're dingy and that they kind of, you know, they're not really hood, but they just kind of venture out there just for like shits and giggles, just to get like a Black experience. And fuck, I forgot where I was about to go with that one. Fuck, damn it, I really forgot. But yeah, they're dingy and they go to the hood just to get these little experiences. And 9 times out of 10, I can bet you these chicks are not in communities, or at least don't live in communities, where they have to worry about gun violence, random gunshots at night, burglary. If these women are so-called educated and they're these high-value women who are living good off their education salary or whatever. You know, I highly doubt these women are living in Section 8 vouchers and the door is always broken into whenever they're at work or whatever. Like, they're not worrying about that. You know, that's not their worries and concerns. But for, I guess, the larger view of Black women who are in, you know, dangerous areas, and you have to worry about Ray Ray and Pookie. Honestly, that's not my problem. It's really not my problem. I'm not really gonna fight for a race or a group of women who, truth be told, never even had my back. So why am I risking my life for, you know, a group of women collectively as a whole, and be like, oh well, that's something that I'm gonna fight for? Nah, that's not gonna happen. Now, you know, in a individual level, if I see something an innocent woman, innocent black woman being harmed or look like she's in danger, if it doesn't require me to, to act violently, hey, I'll step in, or I'll call the police, or find somebody who's better equipped to deal with the situation. Black women want niggas to go in a blaze of glory and then bitch and moan about toxic masculinity when the protection or the masculinity that they're asking for doesn't go their way.
Do this thing by ourselves, and there is no covering of protection like we were raised to think we were going to get.
Sadly, this feeling of being unprotected isn't just a notion. It became a viral conversation in 2018 after a young black woman was attacked by a white man in a McDonald's in Florida while her male coworkers simply watched. Our hope is that speaking on it will promote awareness and change. Now, here's the thing about toxic masculinity. It takes many forms. Abandonment is one, policing women is another. Check out this clip from an episode of Listen to Black Women.
Earlier this year, Ciara had the internet mad because she posted a video from a sermon from John Gray.
Too many women want to be married, but you're walking in the spirit of girlfriend. Ask the Lord to deliver you from that spirit and carry yourself like you're already taken. And I promise you, when you carry yourself like a wife, a husband will find you.
And Ciara, now that she's a wife, had decided that her best response to that was level up.
So, as y'all can imagine, the internet was in an uproar over that mess. Because they were like, level up, like, girl, weren't you just a baby mama a couple years ago?
Talk about it.
As you can see, men aren't the only culprits when it comes to policing women. And our hosts aren't afraid to speak on all offenders, especially those on repeat like Pastor Gray, who made headlines again at the end of 2018 for making a controversial statement many believed celebrated treating black women like mules. Check out this clip from Listen.
That's black women's favorite fucking animal. The mule, the ass, or whatever. Whatever. Yeah, y'all act like y'all really doing something, but okay.
Black women. There are just so many industries now that are built on preying on the insecurities and desperation of black women. And specifically, I feel like the church is one of the biggest culprits. He was on a show to promote a book.
Yes.
And once again, here's another man telling a...
Now you got all these conscious niggas in the conscious community or in some type of Pan-African or whatever. If y'all are still in the church in 2022 and you really take that bullshit seriously, out of all the information that's out there on YouTube or on black men on the streets, you're a fucking idiot. You're a fucking idiot.
What we need to do to be chosen, to be valued, and it's just continues to promote just this story of how we have to mule to be worthy. It's too much. Mule. There's no balance. Should women birth men? Absolutely not. Sadly, toxic masculinity is so pervasive, it's challenging for women to set boundaries with men we're not even in relationships with. You know where we're going. R. Kelly. Despite accusations of toxic behavior against women ranging from pedophilia to deviant cult-like actions, people, and most notably black women, can't seem to cancel the infamous singer. On this episode of Listen...
Now, you couldn't blame black men for this bullshit. She knew better. She knew better that she couldn't really blame black men for this. But regardless, is that R. Kelly is a black man. So it still falls on us because, we just didn't care, or we just weren't vocal enough. Or, y'all made fun of it because of Dave Chappelle or whatever. And meanwhile, there has been no mainstream coverage or support when Irritated Genie, whether you like him or not, was covering R. Kelly to death, man. He was just, knee deep in it, and he aired out so much frustration that he had, and his slogan was to protect black women, regardless. Especially from predators. I remember he had a series. He used to have a podcast. Unfortunately, it got taken down. But he used to have a podcast, and I remember he was with Dr. Umar, and they would talk about how they feel and frustrating about black predators or white predators in the community. But you don't give those guys a platform on your show because you're gonna find some type of fault. Oh, I can't follow Irritated G because that's just a bunch of hotep shit. Oh, I can't follow him because of homophobia. Oh, I can't follow him because he's just toxic. Hey, I'll admit he's a small YouTuber, and a lot of people won't know him. But regardless, is that there was a black man out there who was doing that, who was being vocal. And even on Boondocks Season 1, Episode 2, even with that hyper-critical view of R. Kelly, what is there for black men to do? Especially non-select black men. You guys really expect us to really fight black women tooth and nail over a guy that they are willing to follow. Now, yeah, you're gonna say, well, those girls were minors, and I'll say this even for guys who, when we were in high school, we couldn't do anything. Hey, if 16-year-old Keisha liked the D-boy who was 25, drive the Oldsmobile, sold dope, flashed a little money, took her to the club. What is a kid, who just lives with mom? What do you expect us to do? If she's not interested in us, she's not interested in us. We're not gonna fight tooth and nail for that shit. We're not gonna claw you off of the very men you're attracted to, and then you guys will blame us for not doing anything. We've been through that shit. Non-select guys have been through this shit to where we're just tired of seeing you guys bump your head, get hurt, cry, bitch and moan, and then blame black men altogether. We're not gonna be putting up with this shit.
To black women, we broke down why.
Music is a form of hypnosis. Like, even if you take it all the way.
And really, they're basically, like I said before, they're gonna blame magic. I think I told Dr. T-Son Johnson a couple months ago when I rewatched the R. Kelly Netflix documentary, and I think I recorded a segment. I can't remember what controversy it was. I want to say it might have been R. Kelly, but I kind of just I screen recorded it, and I was just kind of like laughing, and I was like, these bitches are really blaming magic. It could have been a Facebook post or whatever, but I don't know. And I just literally screenshot it. I was like, these bitches are literally blaming magic. You know what it was? It was actually, it wasn't even a fucking dude. It was the lesbian stud who had a cult following, and they had one of the, I guess, former victims, a victim or a former follower of this stud, whomever, and she blamed magic. She literally blamed magic. Yeah, man. Self-accountability, that's kryptonite.
To like,
Right, I was sorry. What?
Listen, man, not to get too wild biblical, but obviously when you think about Lucifer, for anyone who doesn't know, like, this was
girl,
the illest
yes.
musician on
Yes.
all the blocks of heaven.
You took it there.
She did.
Okay.
Because
You
he was a music minister, right?
Exactly. So that's why he allegedly likes to roam free through the entertainment industry.
Unfortunately, what Tracy just said is the only thing about the entire R. Kelly fiasco that makes sense. And of course, it came from a black woman. Thanks to all of the Madame Noir and Hello Beautiful fans for watching us this season. Share your thoughts on toxic masculinity below. And
I'm just sorry. Africa, she is just way too fine to be this stupid. it's frustrating.